right, here we go. We are on 14-5, pages 225 to 226. We are working on operations with customary units. Yes, Mackenzie? You better be quick. All right, operations with customary units. So, here is what we are doing today. Before we even write anything down, let's look in our book first on page 225. So, just as a refresher, it gives us, morning Everly, go ahead and put your stuff away and get going with us. All right, it gives us a quick little cheat sheet of all the customary units right over here to begin with. So in case you think, well, I don't remember all of them, they're right here, and you have them all written down on previous pages in your notes already, right? These are the units of length, units of capacity, and units of weight, right? So you will have them all written in your notes from last week, and if you don't want to take your notes home for homework tonight, they're all written on your worksheet page, so don't act like you don't know what they are. You've got them in multiple places, okay? All right, now let's get to it. So, today we're kind of working with somewhat word problems and somewhat just regular stuff that we've been doing, just a mix of all the measurements together. So, if you look at like at the bottom of this page, this is stuff that we've done last week, right? Where it has like 4 pounds, 1 ounce equals how many ounces, right? 2 yards, 1 foot equals how many inches. So you have to figure that stuff out. We'll do a couple of those together. But we also have a couple where we're going to have some word problems. So let's take a look at these together. So to begin with, it says Sam has 4 1-pint bottles of juice. He pours 6 fluid ounces of juice into each glass on a table. How many glasses can Sam fill completely? So we can kind of draw a picture to help us a little bit. We have 4 1-pint bottles of juice. So I'm going to draw. These aren't, I'm not going to actually draw. Oh, it is blurry. I'm sorry about that. That's the TV again. Because it's not blurry on here. I can't stand when it does that. I know, that is weird. Normally it's not blurry on the whiteboard, too. Let me uncast and recast for you. Hang on. Okay, does that help? Okay. Yeah. So, I'm not drawing actual bottles here, okay? Because my picture doesn't have to look pretty, it just needs to help me understand what I'm doing, right? So, each one of these bottles of juice is 1 pint, right? So, I'm going to go ahead and label these. Okay, so all of these are 1 pint, yes? Now, we're trying to figure out how many glasses of juice he can fill up if each glass of juice holds 6 fluid ounces. Okay? So, to solve this problem, we're going to need to figure out how many ounces are in 1 pint. Now, if we look at our units of capacity chart over here, does it go from ounces to pint?
No.
No, it does not. It goes from ounces to what? Mackenzie? To cups. But then from cups, it goes from cups to pint, yes? So that means we're going to have to do 2 steps here. We're going to have to go from pints to cups, and then cups to ounces, yes? Okay? So let's look here. That's what it tells us right here. It says to solve the problem, rename the number of pints as cups, then rename the number of cups as fluid ounces. So we got to do 2 steps. Pints to cups, cups to ounces. So let's start with pints as cups. So if we have 4 pints, and there are 2 cups per pint, okay, we can write that down here. 4 pints, and we want to multiply that by the number of cups in each pint, right? Plus 2 cups per pint is going to equal how many cups? Lily? 8 cups, right? So if we look here, each pint has 2 cups in it, right? 2 cups, 2 cups, 2 cups, 2 cups, yeah? And if you add those all together, 2, 4, 6, 8, we get 8 cups in 4 pints, yes?
Oh, okay.
Okay? But, do they want our answer in cups?
No.
No, so we got to take those cups now and move that into ounces. So, we're going to take our 8 cups. Now, how many fluid ounces are in 1 cup? Who can tell me? You can look at that chart right there to help you out. Lauren? 8 fluid ounces, right? So we're going to take those numbers and we're going to, of course, multiply them, right? Okay, and we can also write that up here in our picture if we want. Each pint is 2 cups, and each cup is 8 fluid ounces, yes? Wait, each cup is 8 fluid ounces, sorry. So, if there are 2 cups in the pint, how many fluid ounces are in there? 16.
Where is my whiteout?
Oh, on my computer. Sorry about that. So, we have 16 fluid ounces in each pint here, right? Now, how many fluid ounces is that in total? We could add those up, or we could do a nice easy multiplication problem, right? And do 8 cups times 8 fluid ounces. What would that give us? Evelyn? 64 fluid ounces. Now, is this my answer?
No.
No! This just tells me how many fluid ounces I have in total, right? But this is not my answer because it doesn't ask me how many fluid ounces there are in total. What is the question asking me? If I look back at the problem, what is the question it wants us to answer? Everly?
How many glasses can Sam fill?
It wants us to know how many glasses Sam can fill completely, right? Okay? And each glass holds how much liquid? Look back at the problem. Lily?
1 pint.
Nope. Each glass holds how much liquid, Mackenzie? 6 fluid ounces. So we need to figure out how many 6 fluid ounce cups can be filled with 64 ounces of liquid. How can we figure that out? How can we figure that out? If we have 64 ounces in total, and we're dividing it up into 6 fluid ounce cups, how could we figure out how many cups we can fill? Caroline?
64 divided by 6.
That's exactly what we're going to do. 64 divided by 6. 64 total ounces divided by 6 fluid ounces will tell us how many cups can fit. So let's do that over here. 64 divided by 6. Now, the first thing I want to do, of course, is how many times does 6 go into 6? How many times does 6 go into 6 without going over? Jackson? 1 time. 6 times 1 is what? 6. I subtract, I get 0. And then I have 4. How many times does 6 go into 4 without going over? 0 times, right? I have to write my 0 up there. That's important. Okay? 6 times 0 is what? 0. So I subtract. I have 4 left over. Do I have anything else to bring down?
No.
No, so what does 4 become here?
Remainder.
4 becomes my remainder. So how many full cups can I fill?
10.
Mackenzie?
10.
I can fill up 10 full cups because my remainder is not a full cup. That would be 4/6 of a cup, right? So I could even, if I want to go back to my picture here, and I guess I should call these glasses, not cups, because cups is one of our measurements, right? 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so if I have these, there's a bunch there. Okay, so if I were to mark these out, this is 6 fluid ounces, 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 6 fluid ounces. Oop, it is blurry again. I'll uncast and recast in just a second. Let me finish writing this. 6 fluid ounces, 6 fluid ounces, 6 fluid ounces, Now, you might be thinking, I don't want to add up all these 6s, but it's not so hard because how many 6s are here? More than 6. How many 6s are there?
8.
More than 8. Mackenzie? 10. What's 6 times 10? 60. Right? 64 ounces is what we had, right? 64 ounces, so this last one is only going to be 4 ounces. Not a full cup, right? So we have a full cup, glass. I should say glass. Full glass, 10 full glasses. And then one that's not full. Okay, let me uncast and recast for you because it's blurry. That's been happening a lot more recently, hasn't it? I feel like we didn't have that issue for a long time, and then last week and this week it's been all the time. Okay, does this make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the deal, is today's homework is not super difficult, okay? But, no, it's not difficult, but it is a little bit time-consuming. Don't rush. Make sure you follow every step. We had, 3 different steps here, right? We had to go from pints to cups. We had to go from cups to ounces, and then we had to take those ounces and divide them by the amount of liquid we put in each cup. That's 3 big steps, yes? If you had skipped any of those steps, would you have got the right answer? No. So don't rush today, okay? We'll do a couple more of these together, just a few. All right, we'll do some of these like down here, okay? So don't rush. If you take your time, you're going to do fine on this. If you decide that you want to rush through because you don't want to do it, you're probably going to miss some steps and make some mistakes, okay? Okay? Let's try a couple of these down here. Let's do 5 yards, 2 feet equals blank inches. Okay, so looking here, already we can tell it wants our answer to be in what? It wants our answer to be in inches, okay? Are either of our measurements here in inches yet? No, so we've got to transfer both of them to inches. Now, one of them we could transfer directly to inches, yes?
Yes.
One of them we cannot, right? So there are 2 ways I could do this. Neither one is wrong. They both work. I could transfer both of them immediately. I could do yards to feet, feet to inches, and these feet to inches. Or, the way I like to do it, I'm going to start with my yards, because my yards have to be converted into what? Into feet. I'm going to transfer them into feet. I'm going to convert them into feet, and then I can take those feet and add them. Now I know, I'm going to take my feet, right? I'm going to add them to these feet, and I'm going to add my feet up, and from there I can figure out how many inches I have. Okay? I know. Feet is a funny word. It's alright.
Why is it always blurry?
I don't know why it always gets blurry. So let's figure out how many yards, or how many feet are in 5 yards. So, real quick, who can tell me how many feet are in 1 yard? How many feet are in 1 yard, Lily?
3.
So if 3 feet are in 1 yard, Lily, how can I figure out how many feet are in 5 yards? Keep going, Lily.
5 times 3.
I'm going to do 5 times 3. Does anyone know what that is? Jackson?
15.
So I'm going to have 15 feet and 2 feet here, right? Okay. If you want, you can add a little plus in between these two, because we will be adding these together. They don't give you the plus, but we can add that if we want, just as a reminder. So now I can take that 15 feet and that 2 feet, and I can add them together straight away, yes?
Yeah.
Because these are both feet, so I actually can add these, yeah? So what is 15 plus 2? Lauren? Okay, so now I have 17 feet. But, again, my answer needs to be in what measurement? Inches. So now we need to take this 17 feet and turn it into inches, yes? How can we do that? Jackson, what are you thinking?
7 times 12.
What?
7 times 12.
7 times 12?
No.
You're close. But where'd you get 7 from?
Oh.
What are you thinking? You're close, but where'd you get 7 from? We don't have the number 7 in this problem. We have what? How many feet do you have? How many feet do you have? 17 times what? 17 times 12, right? There you go. Do you have it written down wrong? Yeah. So we want 17 times 12 because we have 17 feet and there are 12 inches in a foot. Now, if you can do 17 times 12 in your head, I'm impressed. I can't, so I'm going to come over here to the side and I'm going to do it on the side. Is there anything wrong with doing your work on the side? No, I encourage it. Please do your work on the side. And also, if you do your work on the side, don't erase it because I want to be able to see it. Okay? That way if you mess up, I can see where you messed up. I see some of you guys do work and then you erase it. Yeah, I know. Don't do that because then if you make a mistake, I can see where you messed up and help you. But if you erase it, I don't know where you messed up, okay? All right. So 2 times 7 is what? 14. My 1 goes over here. 2 times 1 is?
3.
2 times 1 is? 2 plus 3. Plus 1 is? 3. Don't get ahead of me. Don't get a placeholder! I haven't got to yell that in a while, right? It's been a while since we've done a 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication problem together as a whole. All right. Then I can go to my 1. 1 times 7 is? 7. 1 times 1 is? 1. I add these together. 4 plus 0 is?
4.
7 plus 3 is? 1 plus 1 is?
2.
And I should get 204 inches. And I just checked our work to make sure in my answer book we are correct, just in case any of you didn't believe me.
What, do you think we didn't believe you?
I feel like sometimes you don't believe me.
I really don't believe you.
See? I knew it. All right.
Every time.
Oh, with the quotes around it, I see.
I only have 2 feet. I don't have, I don't have
Yeah.
15 feet.
Okay. What?
She says she doesn't have 15 feet. I only have 2 feet.
Oh, I see. All right. Well, yeah. Well,
I only have 2 feet.
you don't even. Wow, that's concerning. All right. Let's do one more together. I want to do one more. Okay.
Whoa, you're killing me.
Oh, you're killing me, Smalls. Let's do. I want to do number. What number do we just? I want to do number 11 on the front page. If you guys are looking, I'm pulling these problems straight from your book.
You are.
So these are like free extra credit problems if you pay attention. Okay. This one is 1 pound, 12 ounces, minus, that's the key there, minus 18 ounces, equals blank ounces. Now, our answer, man, it's blurry again. Our answer, it wants our answer to be in ounces, right? That's nice because most of our problem is already in ounces, right?
Yeah.
The only thing that's not in ounces is this 1 pound here. Okay? And the nice part about that is pounds can be converted straight to ounces. We only have one step there, right? And it's only 1 pound, so this makes it nice and easy. How many ounces are in a pound? 16. Next time, raise your hand, but thank you. Whoa, because I almost called on but Lily's answered a bunch, so I was trying to call on someone else, but no one else had that. Anyways, 16. So, 1 pound here is 16 ounces. Now, real quick, and this is important. When I look at this 1 pound, 12 ounces, it doesn't have, this is one measurement, right? Okay? So, when I transfer my pounds to ounces, this 1 pound, 12 ounces goes together. So now that I've transferred my pounds to ounces, what do I need to do with this 12 ounces?
Add it.
I need to add it. That's important because overall, this is actually a subtraction problem, yes? But that's this measurement right here minus this measurement. This measurement is one measurement. It's just written as 2 different forms of weight, right? 1 pound, 12 ounces, because 12 ounces is not a pound, so you have to have your 1 pound answer, 1 full pound, and then 12 ounces of a pound, right? So when I transfer this to ounces, I do actually need to add my 12 ounces to it. After we add that, then we can go ahead and subtract like it wants us to, okay? So what is 16 plus 12? What is that, Everly?
28.
28. Thumbs up, thumbs down? Do we agree?
No.
Yep, good. You should. Okay. 28 ounces. Then we have minus 18 ounces. So now all we have to do is 28 minus 18. That should be easy. You should be able to do that pretty much in your head. What do you got, Caroline? Thanks for raising your hand. 10 ounces. How are we feeling on this?
Horrible. I don't feel
Okay. I know it might not be your favorite, but it's not hard. It's just a matter of going slow and making sure you don't skip a step, right? Okay? Use graph paper on this, okay? Don't try and fit all your work on this page. It's not going to fit. You're going to need graph paper. If I need to put more, do we have a bunch of graph paper in there, Mackenzie, or I need more? Is it good? It looks like a big stack from here, yeah? Okay. What? Only 3 graph papers left? Okay, I'll put more graph paper out. Alright. Alright, your homework today is going to be... No, not back page all. I want to do evens. Page 225 to 226. Evens. So your homework will be 14-5. Pages 225 to 226. Only the evens, though. Okay, so the ones we did together, the ones I was doing there, were odds. So if you did those with us, that's 2 free bonus questions you could have got. Okay? That is your homework. Go ahead and get started. You got like 30 minutes, 25 minutes to work on it right now before we move into writing. So see what you can get done.